Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about Omistusliite. So remember in a previous video we went over possessive pronouns. Minun, sinun, hänen, meidän, teidän, heidän. We went over these, right? If you don't remember that, check out that video before watching this. So one thing I didn't include in that video was omistusliite. The reason I didn't include that is because this is almost 100% strictly kirjakieli. This is not used basically ever in spoken Finnish. It sounds super formal and super stiff and a bit awkward if you're actually talking like this. But I did want to include it just because if you are studying Finnish formally and you have an exam in this, or if you come across it online in written texts or in books, it's good to know what it means. So we'll just quickly go over omistusliite now. So what it is, it's basically indicating possession after the use of a possessive pronoun. So remember in our possessive pronoun video, we went over those, and if I want to say my pen, I would say minun kynä. Minun indicates it's mine, and yeah, pen is pen, kynä. But in kirjakieli, the official correct way to say this sentence would be minun kynäni. Kynäni. So ni at the end indicates possession again. So we're indicating possession twice in this sentence. And that's also why a full sentence in Finnish could just be kynäni. One word. And it indicates, or what it translates to is my pen. Kynäni. Because the ni indicates both possession and that I'm the one that's possessing the pen. It's my pen. Kynäni. So ni is the possessive ending omistusliite for me. I, minä. So to contrast that in puhekieli, we might say mun kynä. Mun is puhekieli for minun. Mun kynä. In the official correct kirjakieli way, the sentence would be minun kynäni. So don't say this out loud when you're talking Finnish. It does sound quite awkward, but if you're writing an exam or you're reading a book or doing something else official, the way you should be writing it is minun kynäni. But in spoken Finnish, just use mun kynä. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense, but let's go over the rest of the omistusliites. So I'll contrast both kirjakieli and puhekieli here so you can see them both on the screen. So minä, it would be minun kynäni or mun kynä. For you, sinä, it would be sinun kynäsi, sinun kynäsi, or sun kynä. For hän, he, she, it would be hänen kynänsä, kynänsä, hänen kynänsä, or hänen kynä. For us, ours, it would be meidän kynämme, meidän kynämme, or meidän kynä, meidän kynä. For you, plural, it would be teidän kynänne, nne ending, teidän kynänne, or teidän kynä. And then finally, heidän kynänsä, sä ending. So it will be either sa or sa depending on vowel harmony. So heidän kynänsä, kynänsä. So for example, kirjansa, it would be with an a because of vowel harmony. With kynä, it would be kynänsä, heidän kynänsä. And in puhekieli, it would be niiden kynä. Ne, he turns into ne, which turns into niiden in possessive form. Niiden kynä. Alright, let's take another example with a book. So book is kirja in Finnish. So we'll just go over the same thing once more just so you can get the idea. if it's still confusing to you. So minun kirjani, so you just add ni to the end of kirja. That signifies that it's my book. Minun kirjani. Minun already. Minun translates to my. Kirjani translates to my book. And that is also why minun can be in parentheses. You don't need it because the ni at the end of kirja already tells everybody that this book is mine. Minun kirjani, or in puhekieli, mun kirja. And because in puhekieli we're dropping the ni at the end, so you're just saying mun kirja, you can't just say kirja as a full sentence. You have to have the mun at the front, because otherwise if you just say kirja, it just translates to book. You know, what about the book? You know, what are you trying to say? So in kirjakieli you can just say kirjani, because you have that ending there. In puhekieli you do need the mun in front, just so mun means my, okay? Same thing with you. So sinun kirjasi, your book. Sinun means your, kirjasi means your book. So again, you can just say kirjasi, your book, or the more formal way is sinun kirjasi, your book. Or in puhekieli, sun kirja. So again, because we're dropping the si at the end, we need the sun in the front. So sun kirja. And the same for the rest of them. So we have hänen kirjansa, or hänen kirja. I guess, yeah, you could even say sen kirja. Sen kirja. That's even more puhekieli. Then we have meidän kirjamme, our book. Meidän kirjamme, MMI, kirjamme. Or meidän kirja, which we already learned. Then we have teidän kirjanne, your guys' book. Teidän kirjanne, or teidän kirja, puhekieli. And then finally, heidän kirjansa, their book, heidän kirjansa, or puhekieli, niiden kirja. So I'll just put up a little chart on the screen just so you can visualize what this video is about and get the key points, hopefully. Remember that a huge fluency tip is to use these there's a bug flying around, is to use these puhekieli versions when you're speaking. It's good to know these kirjakieli versions if you're properly studying Finnish, which is why I made this video. It's good to know. But if you're wanting to speak, please use the puhekieli versions, because they will make you sound so much more fluent and so much more native, and like you know how to speak Finnish better. It just sounds so much better when you use the puhekieli versions of this. So yes. Kiitos kun katsoitte ja nähdään ensi videossa. Moikka!